Hi out there, could you this summer 2010 help create Economic Justice Day for the November 2nd election? Then we can require lawmakers to require the top 10% to invest in American renewable energy independence. $333 billion yearly. Let's mobilize for economic justice this November 2nd. Then for details on TV, go to MNN.org. 12:30 p.m. lunchtime Eastern Time on the Spirit Channel. So I'm on TV daily at 12:30 p.m. ET Eastern Time on MNN.org. My daily talk show is seen worldwide, or you can see it on Manhattan Cable, Channel 57 of Time Warner, 84 of RCN, and 35 of Verizon. So let's unite for the common good. Just have to do is get 10 people in a day who do likewise the next day. Then you will have created a 1-10-100 citizen network, a modern day town hall of friends of friends. If we each get 100 people, Darshan Singh said in 1983, if we each get 100 people, we'll have peace and joy in every nook and cranny of this universe. So let's unite into 1-10-100 citizen networks. Then in 8 days, all of the United States could be united for the common good to promote the solar age. We'll be united for Economic Justice Day this November 2nd, 2010. Learn how to get $333 billion yearly for American renewable energy independence without more debt, taxes, spending cuts, or inflation. It's simple to do. The rich have the wealth. So what's your opinion? are requiring the richest 10% to invest $333 billion yearly for solar energy. So let's unite to create Economic Justice Day, this November 2nd, 2010. Require lawmakers to require the top U.S. 10% of households to weatherize their homes and invest $333 billion yearly for renewable energy independence. The justification is right here. The U.S. richest 10% of households gained $2,333 billion yearly for 9 consecutive years in net worth from 1998 to 2007, according to the SCF, a survey of the Federal Reserve. You can go to page 11 and 54 to do the calculations that will give you 2,322 to be more exact. Thus, they can afford $333 billion yearly, the top 10%. So that's the justification for asking our lawmakers, replacing them if they won't require the top 10% to invest in American renewable energy independence and to weatherize their homes so heat doesn't leak out in the winter or in the summer and waste precious energy. So it's very simple. On the top 10% income, they had in 2007 $4.6 trillion of pre-tax income, according to the SCF study, page 5 and 54. So we want them to have a required investment. They could make a fortune if they invest wisely, the top 10%, in renewable energy independence for November 2nd, Economic Justice Day. It's doable if we unite into 1-1000 citizen networks. So contact 10 new people in a day who do likewise the next day. Should we take a break? Oh, we can have a meditation break. We can put up a meditation sign. Take a little break. How long a break should we take? A good question. Or maybe we'll do it a little later. Maybe the last 3 minutes. Okay, so then in 8 days, all of America could be united for renewable energy independence. Even this July 4th, 2010. Then we can celebrate real independence eventually one day on July 4th. Not from the past, but from the greed and the inequality of wealth. But to do that, we have to be united. And then we'd have real participatory democracy, which could benefit everyone. There's no need for people to keep accumulating enormous wealth. We can even cap wealth in terms of what one can spend on oneself. And we could make it a crime. To do what? To put money into politics. See? But that has to, we have to amend the Constitution, because the Supreme Court has its own view of money. Anybody could spend their money on an election. They call that free speech. But we could amend the Constitution to say get money, make it a crime. Anybody who puts money into an election would go to jail for 5 years the first time, maybe 10 years the second time, and then finally 3 strikes and you're out forever. We got to stop. But that's another story. We could cap wealth at $20 million relative to what it is today. That's another story. We could, well, another aspect of economic justice would be everybody who gets a wage and helps create a business should get some ownership in the business. That also could be put into the U.S. Constitution if we were united. And then the rich who have this enormous wealth should be paying off the public debt with their wealth. 1.5% every year would be about $600 billion every year. Then we wouldn't have this enormous debt hanging over our heads. That's another story, which I could, well, let's not bother. So email me, and you'll get this leaflet back automatically without the fancy boxes that are on it. And also I have some extra stuff I put on that's on the other side about a carbon tax. If we, this year, 2010, had a $150 billion tax on carbon, and that money would return to everybody equally, everybody would get $500 this year, deposited automatically in your bank account, or if you don't have a bank account, on a debit card. It's doable. You see, and then there's 50 million, or 53 million, but let's say 50 million students, and each one of them gets $500 back. That's $25 billion. And with $25 billion, you could hire 500,000 teachers. But all we need is maybe 250,000. You know, and the other half of the money, 250,000, the students could get material that will help them create the solar age. So let's tax carbon out of existence, fossil fuels. Even though there's plenty of coal and natural gas to last, let it stay in the ground for future generations to use if there ever should be an emergency, like the blackout of the sun. Okay, so time is flying. So email me, dkseed@gmail.com, and you'll get this letter back. I could read that to you, but let's do maybe some meditation for the last, I got 4 minutes to go before we have a last session. So here's some meditation instructions. Get comfortable in any position. We close our eyes gently. We're fully alert and relaxed. And we don't move, we're totally still.